Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Back in the Vath camp and with Vath Adventurers Guild here. Deftarm. Your enemy and mine. Click, click. Where am I? Who am I? Huh? Hold you, master. Click, click. What a strange feeling to say that to someone so trusting. Is this what it means to deceive? I felt filth and guilt at the same time. But fooling aside, I wanted to tell you my thought. A daring thought. I cannot do it without your help. You know our walls are made of clay, yes? They require constant tending. Layers upon layers must be slathered over time. The walls of our hive have not hardened like steel, like Lothar's Nath. Thin walls mean thin defenses. We succeeded in stealing stockpiles from deep within Lothar's Nath until they became aware of our bold ventures. Now we no longer wish to live as their parasites. We must find our own beds. So we listened to the Onemind and followed. They seem to have found other beds of clay, in a domain even more dangerous, near the Dragon Tower. Too dangerous for them to take. My thought was, we could try asking the dragons for permission to extract the clay ourselves. This thought was too daring. Much too daring. I did not consider it at first, knowing the dragons are at war with the Nath. But the none might take care to avoid senseless bloodshed. We are not entirely guiltless. Not guiltless. Yes, we kill dragons too. Traveling to the Dragon Tower on my own would mean certain death. They would surely take me as an enemy. But I remembered something I heard in my travels. Master, you have spoken to the dragons before, yes? You could escort me to them to ask for permission? Should I succeed in my quest, we can wean ourselves from Lothar's Nath entirely. Sustain ourselves. It is worth a try. I will prepare for this daring quest. Click, click. I do not think any nun might have come this close to the Dragon Tower as I. Were you not with me, I fear I would soon be dust. And now, to go closer. Okay, speak with Vidofnir. Well met, friend of Giselle. Thou wishest to speak with me? I want to introduce you to someone. How perplexing. What compelleth thee to bring a Nath before me? Click, click. Great dragon, merciful dragon, forgive my intrusion. It was I who asked Master for an audience. I am not of a Nath. I'm an exile, cast away from the colony. I'm Vath. The Vath have no appetite for hostilities near our home. We fear the dragons. I came to entreat, to beseech you for help. Boldly spoken, Vath. What wouldst thou ask of me? I, the Vath Deftarm, only seek to secure clay from the sediment beds in your lands, to fortify our walls. Should our walls crumble, the Onemind will surely seize our colony for their own. They could besiege your tower with ease. The Nath of the Onemind are foes to us, just as they are to you. Great Dragon, will you allow our humble colony to harvest the clay within your domain? The clay is of little worth to us. Be that as it may, I cannot yet grant thy request. Words will not serve as proof. By thy deeds shalt thou demonstrate that thou standest apart from the swarm. Face our enemy, slay the Nath. Slay the Nath? But... Thou art troubled by the thought? Dost thou refuse? No. Click, click. Great Dragon, I shall do as you ask. He is indeed unlike his kin, yet how will he fare once forced to confront his fear? If thou art truly friend to him, thou wouldst do well to follow and observe. Assist him with his task, if thou must, but be warned, if he slayeth not a single Nath, we will know. Perceptive. Click, click. Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. I cannot possibly fight for Onemind. What have I gotten myself into? An adventurer keeps his word. This is not about being an adventurer. You do not understand how it feels, Master. You are not Vath. This is not like the other requests. If I do not prove myself, the dragons will devour me. Click, click. Oh, I wish to be left alone. And hunt some Nath. Yay to being massively overleveled. Now the Beasttribe quests from the patch content, not from base AR, but Heavensward and continuing on, are level synced, but they do not sync above the max level of the expansion, which is 60. And I'm far above that, and it shows. Master, I... These whispers, all at once, 100 voices buzzing. Buzzing. I cannot move. No, I am myself. I live for my purpose. Begone. I deny you. Well done. Quiet. So quiet. Could it be? I did it. I subdued the Onemind's power. I have conquered the foe. Click, click. They will torment me no longer, I'm sure of it, Master. My sense of self is strong enough to withstand them. The White Dragon is trusting of Master's word. Perhaps this is enough to allay her suspicions? Report to Vidofnir. Click, click. Great Dragon, I have done as you asked. I have slain the Onemind with my own musket. Master can testify to it. There is no need. From atop the tower did we bear witness to thy deed. Thou hast proven thyself. and thereby earned the right to harvest clay from our lands. Great Dragon, the Vath are ever grateful. Should your kin be in need of our assistance, our guild shall come to your aid. Mine offer shall be remembered, Vath. We desire only peace, and any opportunity to strengthen our bonds would be welcome. Click, click. The Vath shall be careful when crossing the stone tower. We will mark ourselves properly and use a single path. This do we swear. Great Dragon, I humbly take my leave of you. Until we learn to discern Nath and Vath, we must needs take care before engaging trespassers. Yes, that would be nice. Click, click. Storyteller, what news I have for you. I've secured beds of clay for the colony. I traded with a great white dragon of a stone tower. She gave us consent to take clay from their domain. All of the clay. You treated with a dragon? Click, click. On your own? Ha! Did you hear that, Fleetfoot? We are parasites no more, and established relations with the dragons besides. Deftarm, you've done it. Click, click. But how were you able to accomplish such a thing? Why would the Great White Dragon spare your life? Click, click. Master had met the Great White Dragon before. She introduced me. She was fearsome, with enormous fangs and claws, but generous, very generous. I completed her trial. I slew the Nath, and their voices vanished. I no longer hear them. Is this true? Did you see him fell the Nath? He did not succumb to the link? This is auspicious news indeed, to become truly of a one mind. And you are fortunate to have such a compassionate master with you. Without her gracious guidance, such a valiant mission could have turned into a tragic one. Click, click. I'm overjoyed. Yes, overjoyed. We have much cause to celebrate. Nothing can stand in the way of a... Oh. Click, click. Deftarm. Cluck, cluck. Malign flesh scourge of our body. It cannot be. Cluck, cluck. You forget your place. You are ever bound to us. Ever bound to the Overmind. All are naught but vessels to hold our volition. Click, click. Have you been using the Deftarm this entire time? Cluck, cluck. Deformations, heed well these words. Your existence irritates us. We will suffer it no more. Once, you were inconsequential. Anomalies sure to perish when abandoned to the wilds. Cluck, cluck. This we allowed. But you survived. Came together. You thrived at our expense. Corrupted flesh, sapping us of our strength. We are not without mercy. You will be granted one chance. Return to the colony. We join. Repent. Refuse and be purged. Cluck, cluck. Consider your last decision as a Vath. We will not wait much longer. Curse the Overmind, taking over my fort as he pleases. We will never obey. Click, click. He means to destroy us. We must not take his words lightly. There are not enough non-mind or cannons to withstand a full invasion. Their numbers are far too great. Click, click. Then we have no choice but to flee. Leave the colony behind. We have learned much from our guild. We can survive elsewhere. Click, click. Do what you will, but we're not leaving Lothast Vath. You cannot mean to stay behind, storyteller. To flee means to live. We will stay. We are the storyteller. Our purpose is to tell our story. Without the sanctuary, there will be no new stories to tell. No storytellers to continue after us. Without Lothast Vath, there will be no non-mind left to feel the joy of individuality as we have. The Overmind will make certain of that. If I abandon the colony, I abandon my true purpose. To help all Vath in need. Click, click. Forgive me, storyteller. I had forgotten who saved me. It would be shameful to ignore others who would share my same fate. Most shameful. All of us yet draw breath because of a colony. We've become too accustomed to our freedom to submit again to the Overmind. We too will stay and fight, to protect our own. So we're to go to war? Is there no other way? Click, click. No, there must be. I will find it. I must think. Dragon statue. And our little chocobo is also there. The dragons of XIV have become clients of the Adventurers Guild. Your reputation is increased to Honored. New Vath Beasttribe quests are now available from the Vath Kenai. And 3 additional quests today. Level 70 Rogue, or Ninja rather. Turn in the old quests. Yeah, still too many tombstones. Flea troubles. Mighty Hunter, there is a matter at XIV that requires immediate attention. Click, click. There's been an outbreak of parasitic fleas in their tower. These pests are a particularly vicious breed. Even the hardest of scales will provide little protection against them, and already several dragons are in need of treatment. What's an easy task of spraying the afflicted dragons with wildkin repellent? Many of our brothers and sisters are wary of approaching these great beasts at the best of times. The thought of facing an irritated one is terrifying. The kingdom has already equipped several Kangamato with the necessary canisters. The repellent within is extremely effective and will kill any fleas upon contact. Click, click. Please fly to our next shrine and help the dragons for us. 50 Shades of Yellow. Greetings, adventurer. We are most happy to see you. Click, click. We are facing much trouble with a package we must deliver. You see, this package is addressed to a dragon by the name of Allah. He is said to reside in Annex Shrine. Aside from this, we only know that he is yellow of scale. No matter how hard we try, we cannot identify the intended recipient. There are too many dragons with yellow scales. So every day we return claws heavy and no closer to delivering our package. We think maybe an expert adventurer like yourself can easily recognize him. Please, Great Hunter, take this to him. Allah must be very eager to receive his order. And not for the faint of heart. We are very concerned, adventurer. Click, click. The Annex Shrine dragons say the Tyrannosaurs have become pests of late. To cull their numbers, we would steal some of the eggs. We sent the Braveheart on his mission. He was supposed to snatch a Tyrannosaur eggs from a cavern of Morn and bring them back to us. However, he's been gone for many days. We cannot help but fear the worst. We did not think it'd be so arduous a task, but maybe Morn is fraught with more dangers than we had anticipated. Click, click. Please, can you go and make sure no ill has befallen our brother? Okay. Someone rises to the challenge, click, click. Take this Kongomato. She is prepared to face the fleas head on. You are a welcome sight, adventurer. Had you appeared any later, a great many of us would have turned to fire to solve our dilemma. Ah, what a relief. The itching has finally subsided. May this be the last we see of these wicked fleas. The dull prickling has vanished. Thank you, adventurer. Perhaps the young ones will now be convinced of the importance of better maintaining our tower. Are you? Allah? You honor me. While we may live a life of 1,000 men, never did I think I would see the day I was mistaken for the great Allah. Apparently not. Are you Allah? Your eyesight must be failing you, young one. Do I truly look as though I could be the esteemed Umala? Must be someone pretty important. Are you? You think me to be the great Umala? How absurd! Would such a distinguished dragon be wandering about the lower levels of a tower like some common vagrant? I should think not. So, higher up. And... are you Umala? Umala? Yes, that is I. For what reason have you come? I have a package for you. You have a package for me? Ah yes, I have long awaited its arrival, ever since that accursed flea infestation. I, Umala, reduced to such methods? How humiliating that I must conceal my condition. But now, with this repellent, I am free from this burden at last. And the Tyrannosaur stuff. Braveheart. Oh, we are very scared, Klick. This place is so scary. We were sent to steal eggs. To only steal eggs. But we are surrounded by such hideous beasts. And we do not know how to fight. A flashing. What is it doing here, Klick? You've come to help us. Oh, thank you, great savior. We are grateful. We must get eggs, but we are terrified. Can you please go and steal a dinosaur egg for us? We're sorry, Klick. We forgot to mention that we must take 2 eggs. Please, kind hunter, bring us another. You have brought us another one. You're so swift and smart and brave. You are a master adventurer. Much unlike the keen eye. He taught us to go and steal eggs. Did not tell us that we must steal them from such ferocious beasts. We are very displeased. The keen eye is not the keen eye, he is the Vath dull eye. We will stay behind as a means of protest. Yes, we are protesting his inadequate leadership. Click, click. It's not that we are too afraid to move. We just refuse to take any more jobs from him today. Alright, have fun. I tell him that, yeah. We are glad to know the Braveheart is safe, but to think that he called us an inadequate leader, and now he's protesting? Click, click. Running a guild is difficult work. We sent him to gather eggs because it seemed much safer than sending him to slay the troublesome dinosaurs. If we found this task to be too scary, then maybe the Braveheart should change his name. He can be Vath Trembler or Vath Panicer. We are both much more fitting. They are both much more fitting, we think. Three troubles. You have done it yet again. Your courage is most admirable. But we may no longer be of a one mind, our inherent fear of dragonkind is not so easily forgotten. Memories of a long history we share have instilled within us a great fear of their kind. A very great fear. It's an instinct we must overcome. Click, click. We must learn to be bold and brave like you. After all, the livelihood of our guild depends on it. We do not know how to thank you, adventurer. You are most kind. Without your help, Umala would never have received this parcel. All the dragons, they are nearly impossible to tell apart. Then again, we are also often told that we all look alike. Click, click. We find this very funny, considering every one of us looks so very different. The species thing, okay. Anyway, now that the dragons are clients of a Vath, I think I end this episode. Shame there was one quest I wanted to take here. I had hoped for the Vath to show off, but it wasn't to be. What was, there is a quest where you are supposed to look for a dragon pup here. And the dragon pup plays catch with you. And is then very pleased that you are faster than a stupid Vath. Which is always amusing to me. Anyway, until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.